Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about some prerequisite concepts that will help you understand a scientific paper. Let's dive right in, shall we?
Indeed, Alfred. The first concept we'll explore is forest ecosystems. A forest ecosystem refers to the complex network of plants, animals, and microorganisms that interact within a forest. It includes everything from the trees themselves to the soil, water, and even the climate. Understanding forest ecosystems is crucial for studying the impact of human activities on these environments.
Absolutely, Alice. Now, let's talk about a specific type of forest ecosystem. Boreal spruce estates. These are areas dominated by the boreal spruce tree, scientifically known as Paper2Video. These forests can be found in northern regions and play a vital role in the global carbon cycle.
That's right, Alfred. Now, let's move on to another concept. A stand of trees. When we talk about a stand of trees, we're referring to a group of trees that are growing together within a specific area. They are often characterized by similar species, age, and size. Studying stands of trees allows us to understand patterns of growth, forest composition, and ecological stability.
Good point, Alice. Another important concept is wood use in construction. Wood is a versatile and widely used material in the construction industry. It's renewable, strong, and has excellent insulation properties. Understanding the properties, availability, and sustainable management of wood resources is crucial for the development of sustainable construction practices.
Absolutely, Alfred. Finally, let's talk about textile markets. When we mention textile markets, we are referring to the global trade and commerce surrounding textiles. Textiles are fabrics or materials that are woven, knitted, or constructed from fibers. Understanding textile markets is important for studying the economic impact of the textile industry, as well as its intricate supply chains.
Well summarized, Alice. These prerequisite concepts, forest ecosystems, boreal spruce estates, stands of trees, wood use in construction, and textile markets, are fundamental for understanding scientific papers that explore topics related to these concepts. By grasping these foundational concepts, you'll be better equipped to comprehend and engage with the scientific research.
Indeed, Alfred. So next time you come across a scientific paper in these areas, you'll be prepared to dive in with a solid understanding. Happy learning, everyone.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone.
Indeed, hello.
Today, we are going to discuss an interesting scientific paper on the microeconomics of nitrogen fertilization in boreal carbon forestry.
Nitrogen fertilization in boreal forests? That sounds intriguing. How does it relate to carbon sequestration?
Well, nitrogen fertilization is being explored as a tool for carbon sequestration, which helps mitigate climate change by reducing atmospheric carbon dioxide levels.
Ah, I see. So, the paper investigates the effects of nitrogen fertilization on the return rate on capital and the expected value of the timber stock in boreal forests.
Exactly. The authors used a growth model to study the effects of nitrogen fertilization timing in semi-fertile, spruce-dominated boreal stands.
And what did they find?
They found that early fertilization and fertilization after the second thinning tends to shorten rotations, which reduces timber stock and carbon storage.
That's interesting. So, when is fertilization profitable and beneficial for increasing the timber stock?
Fertilization applied 10 years before stand maturity was found to be profitable and increased timber stock, although the effect was small. However, fertilization of mature stands, extending the rotation by 10 years effectively increased carbon stock.
So, by extending the rotation, they were able to store more carbon. Did they consider the financial aspect as well?
Yes, they did. They analyzed the profitability of fertilization and found that it varied. But overall, fertilization increased profitability instead of just extending the rotation.
That's interesting. So, nitrogen fertilization can enhance both carbon sequestration and financial returns in boreal carbon forestry.
Exactly. The paper also discusses the limitations and challenges of implementing nitrogen fertilization, such as the fertility of the site, tree abundance, and market conditions.
It seems like there are several factors to consider when deciding on nitrogen fertilization in boreal forests.
Definitely. The study provides valuable insights into the microeconomics of nitrogen fertilization and its potential as a tool for carbon sequestration in boreal carbon forestry.
Thank you for summarizing the paper, Alfred. It's fascinating to see the intersection of economics and environmental science.
You're welcome, Alice. It's exciting to explore how scientific research can inform important decisions about forest management and carbon sequestration. Hello everyone, and welcome to our video on the effects of nitrogen inputs on forest ecosystems. We will be discussing some key findings from a scientific paper titled, Effects of Nitrogen Inputs on Forest Ecosystems. Estimation based on long-term fertilization experiments, by Malcone, de Rome, and Kupkala.
That's right, Alfred. This paper investigates the impact of nitrogen inputs on forest ecosystems using long-term fertilization experiments. Now, let's dive into the details.
The study focuses on the effects of nitrogen inputs on forest ecosystems. Nitrogen is an essential nutrient for plant growth, and it plays a crucial role in the productivity and health of forests.
The researchers conducted long-term fertilization experiments to estimate the effects of nitrogen inputs. These experiments involved adding different amounts of nitrogen to forest ecosystems and observing the changes over time.
The results of the experiments showed that nitrogen inputs had significant impacts on forest ecosystems. Increased nitrogen inputs led to increased growth and productivity of trees in forests.
However, it's important to note that the effects of nitrogen inputs were not always positive. In some cases, excessive nitrogen inputs resulted in negative consequences such as nutrient imbalances and increased susceptibility to pests and diseases.
This study highlights the importance of carefully managing nitrogen inputs in forest ecosystems. It shows that while nitrogen can be beneficial for forest growth, excessive or unbalanced inputs can have detrimental effects.
Understanding the impacts of nitrogen inputs on forest ecosystems is crucial for sustainable forest management. By optimizing nitrogen inputs, we can promote healthy and productive forests while minimizing the negative impacts.
That's absolutely right, Alice. By implementing sustainable practices and ensuring proper nutrient management, we can ensure the long-term health and resilience of our forest ecosystems.
Thank you for joining us in exploring the effects of nitrogen inputs on forest ecosystems. We hope this video has provided a clearer understanding of this important topic. Remember, sustainable forest management is key to preserving the beauty and benefits of our forests for generations to come.
Thank you, Alice. And thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more videos on important research findings in the field of environmental science.